What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of UX Design Mystery Challenge. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right in and see what we're going to be working on today. Alright, let's choose what we're going to be working on. Right. Looks like we'll be making a houseplant app with Sketch. As I write out the problem statement and the 5 W's, I'm thinking about all the different ways I can go about creating a houseplant app. For example, I could create a catalog of different houseplants or even a watering scheduler. But let's take a step back and use a framing technique called How Might We? Asking the question how might we is a framing technique championed by IDEO and Stanford Design School. And here I'm really interested in knowing how to take care of my plants better. So how might we take care of our plants better? For example, say I'm at a plant nursery and I'm looking at a plant I've never seen before, and I want to know if the plant is a good match for me. Well, I'd need to know the name of the plant and what type of care does it need. Does it need low light, high light? Does it need a lot of water? Is it low maintenance or high maintenance? So my idea for the app is to identify different plants using augmented reality. And once the app identifies the plant, it would provide the name and specific care needs for the plant in question. Let's jump into Sketch and start wireframing out the design. I decided to call it Plant ID or Planted, somewhat of a play on words. So creating the home screen, I'm simulating a camera where we're focusing on a plant, and this snake plant photo will serve as the plant that we're recording. And here I'm just creating an overlay to make it seem like the camera is focusing on the plant. Here you'll see I'm using a simple square to align the yellow right angles, which I'm using as my focus visual. So that's a little hack I like to use here and there to make sure that my angles are perfectly at 90 degrees. Here I'm creating the menu on the bottom half of the screen, which will have the plant directory and the scan button as well as the account. So these 3 different areas that a person can navigate to once they're in the app. Creating the icons for the menu, I'm zoomed in at around, 500%, and you can see I'm always zooming in and zooming out to make sure that the icons look aligned and centered. And here I'm using the pencil tool in Sketch to create a leaf icon for the plant directory. So one trick with using the pencil tool is the less points you use, the smoother the icon or graphic will be. So the less points, the better. A big thank you to the Kwan family, Phil, Cherry, Devin, Damien, and Dion. Thank you so much for your support. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Here I'm updating the scan button, creating more depth with color. So the next step is to create the directory page, and I was lucky because I had a similar design in a previous project that I was able to paste into this design using the same mobile format. Adding some finishing touches to the plant directory, I'm adding some photography. I get all my photography from Pixels or Unsplash. I'll have those links in the description. So here we can see all the different elements we're using. We're using photos, we're using graphics. I'm adding the botanical or scientific name of the plant as well as the household name of the plant. sometimes they're one and the same, like that agave plant there. And the care needs of each specific plant, for instance, bright direct or bright indirect or low water, maintenance level, easy, medium, expert. So we're having some text accompanied by some graphics in the directory. So here I'm doing one last scan of the plant directory, making sure everything is aligned and looking good. And our next step is to transfer all of these artboards into InVision to create a prototype. So we'll be able to see the prototype in a little bit. I'll run through each of the screens to make sure everyone kind of gets the concept. So I quickly came up with this loading page, so it'll come up quickly for plant ID. I used yellow to match with that focusing visual, the yellow right angles, and I did that basically through gradients and circles. And so we have our home page where you have that scan option. Once you click there, here we're like simulating that it's scanning the snake plant, and once it identifies it, it'll come up with its name and also that card where it has more information about how to care for the plant. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know what you thought, and subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much.